From Denver, Colorado, his professional record is 3-2 with a KO to his credit. Ladies and gentlemen, Krishna Pitbull Wainwright. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks with gold trim. He weighs 216 pounds. He's originally from New Zealand, but now fighting out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. Undefeated with a record of 9-0. All 9 victories by KO. He is David Tua.
Okay, I spoke to both fighters in the dressing room. I'm cautioning again. Obey my commands at all times. Shake hands and good luck.
So we're set to go. 6 rounds, heavyweights in the ring. David Tua, undefeated, from New Zealand, and Krishna the Pitbull Wainwright from Denver, Colorado. Wainwright is in the black trunks and Tua in the white trunks with the gold trim.
Tua's like a fire plug with a nuclear left hand and an awfully powerful right hand. They're all power.
Tua 9 for 9 with 9 KOs and 9 pro fights. He was born in Samoa, native of New Zealand, and now in Virginia Beach, Virginia, so he's got quite a travel schedule.
He's got a good corner, too. Lou Duva and George Benton are working with Tua, and if you notice, Tua doesn't wear any socks in his shoes. Another heavyweight used to do that, if you know what I remember.
That's right. Krishna Wainwright comes off a loss in September to Everton Davis in California. He is 3-2, has 1 knockout.
We might get to see how powerful David Tua is, because it's chilly out here. Neither guy has any sweat on his body. I'd like to see if you can knock a guy out without really beating loose.
Both fighters very compact. He's got pretty good bounce to start out the fight.
A lot of young kids don't learn that in boxing. They don't learn the jab. They don't learn how to keep their feet when they land a punch. That's where all the power comes from, right up through your legs, through your body. But if your feet aren't planted, nothing happens.
Wainwright throwing out that left hand, but it's really not landing. He's not trying to throw it as a jab. He's just kind of pointing it out, and that's not doing much help.
Well, you said about balance. He's on his toes and moving. He knows. He can smell the power of David Tua. He's staying away from him. Tua is just concentrating, looking in. Look, his eyes are just boring in, trying to find the distance on Wainwright. Body shots and head shots if he gets the opportunity.
With a solid right to the body by Tua. Wainwright lost his balance momentarily. Tua's down in the corner, and he's working the body.
He's paying for it by not moving. Tua has the power. Looks like he might have twisted an ankle a little bit, the way he just slowed up. He's hopping a little bit.
40 seconds, round 1, scheduled for 6.
Tua is not the type of guy you rope a dope with.
Not with the leather power he has. Good uppercut by Tua.
It's a feeling out round, but Tua, you can sense it. Everyone knows he has the power. Can he land?
If you turn on the TV and you see these two guys, the first thought is that they're not heavyweights, but indeed they are. Tua is 216 and Wainwright is 207.
No jiggle.
Round 1 of the books. With different people.
The players just keep changing positions.
They do. Second round of the 6-round bout. David Tua, white trunks, gold trim. Krishna Wainwright, black trunks.
I'd like to see Tua throw a left hook to Wainwright's body and see what the reaction is. Because he's a headhunter, but you can always hurt a man with a good shot to the body. With the kind of power that Tua has, he should be trying it. Wainwright is, you could tell he does not want to stay with this guy. He has to keep the distance away from him. Tua has the power.
Good left hook. Up on his toes was Tua, and now he's working that body again.
There was something interesting there, Bruce. Tua pops him to the head. He puts his hands up to block his head. Tua goes right to the body. He's well schooled. This is the Duva-Benton combination. They teach fighters how to fight.
And now he's throwing a crisp jab.
It's funny, Wainwright, when you're on your toes, and we stressed this earlier, you have to have balance. You have to have your feet anchored to the floor. Wainwright doesn't want to do it because if he stays there, he has to trade with Tua, and then he's in short man on that balance.
Well, I like the way he snaps that jab, David, Tua.
Right from the shoulder, he's got a muscle back between the power is all there. It's just getting the right shot in the right place, namely the chin, so you don't keep this guy from running away from him.
And Wainwright is countering nicely occasionally, but only with one punch instead of 2 or 3.
A lot of guys, when they throw one, they're scared to throw a second one because the guy may counter right in between. So while you're trying to throw your second punch, your opponent's landing and you're down.
Tua straight ahead. And there's a left hand that continues to push back his opponent. So Wainwright is moving on those toes, but it's exclusively backwards.
It's called defense. But it's defense with no offense. It's one thing to move away from a guy that you should be throwing punches on the process. He's not really doing that. It's just a slow process by Tua to try and wear him down. He can't seem to take him out with one solid shot, so he has to do the dirty work in boxing. You have to work the body and then bring it up to the head.
Another decent counter by Wainwright. So Tony, when he counters, he's going to counter and get out of there.
He doesn't have the power to make Tua respect him. He can pop him, but nothing happens.
Oh, there's a nice little short uppercut by Tua. You don't see that punch by very many fighters.
I think Wainwright was surprised to get nailed by it. He has to keep a comfort zone of a couple of feet away from Tua because he knows if he's too close, he's going to get whacked.
Final seconds of the second round. Scheduled for 6, so we heard during the 3-minute break, David Tua's corner instructing him to just jab and continue to work in that regard. And I thought that Georgie Benton, his tone is therapeutic for a boxer. It's just so methodical and melodic, and you're in that corner of deep rest, and he's just talking slowly, and you catch your breath, and you have a chance to absorb. That's what makes him such a great trainer.
He's a professor, and we're listening to him. I'm saying, gee, he's right. You don't find the opportunity to learn in this game in a fight like this. And just by listening to George, you just help your game so much.
Tua's really finding the range in this round. He scored to the body, now he's scoring to the head. There's that triple jab. Great thing for amateurs to watch. Fighters double and triple up the jab, and you're backing up an opponent still just throwing a flailing one little jab.
You know what's also great about this? He's doing exactly what his corner told him. And so many young guys, that old guys also do not listen to their corner. I mean, that's what they're there for. If they tell you to throw the jab and step away, do it because he sees something that you may not. Tua is following the instructions to the letter. The knockout will come if it doesn't. You win a decision, but you just follow your corner.
There is some blood streaming from the left nostril of Tua. And his eyes are a bit puffy, as is the left eye of Wainwright. There's a body blow that'll sit with you for a month. Another good shot to the stomach.
One thing Tua should do is just bring those hands up a little more. It's good to throw the jab, it's good to throw the right behind it, but bring the hands back straight and protect yourself. Nice sledgehammer jab by Tua.
I like that term, Tony. Sledgehammer jabs. Not many guys throw them, do they?
Not many. Now, what Tua has done is he has shortened the distance. Wainwright doesn't have the legs anymore because those body shots are wearing him down. Tua is right on him. A left hook just might do the damage.
And back goes Wainwright. Richard Steele says it was a slip. So no knockdown. But Tua is working effectively.
Those body shots are really doing some damage.
Goes upstairs with a left hook with under 30 left in the third round. Another good body blow. Crushing uppercut. He's really mixing things up well.
All the
I'd like to see fighters that can do a lot of different punches well and throw them well.
So Wainwright's a little bit of trouble here in the end of the third round. Tua is just smoking away at that cut. And back upstairs with the left and the right. The fourth round of the sixth-round heavyweight bout between David Tua in the white trunks with the gold trim and Krishna Wainwright in the black trunks. Tua unbeaten as a pro, 9-0. We're finding out why tonight.
Tua's worked on Wainwright's head, and Wainwright's trying to keep his hands up, but Tua keeps finding that body. The body's not going anywhere.
Every once in a while, Wainwright just slips a punch and puts together a decent combination, but it's not often enough to win a round.
Well, that's why Tua's young. This is only his 9th pro fight. He's inside. He's short in the distance, but he's still getting hit. That's why there's a little swelling around his eyes. If he keeps his hands up and was to move that head more, he wouldn't have swelling eyes right now. I think it's a matter of time, Bruce. These punches are landing right on the head. He's going all for head hunting right now.
He is amazingly economical with his punches tonight.
And Wainwright is open for that left hook by Tua. It's that leaping left hook he throws with all the power.
David Tua, born in Samoa, by way of New Zealand, now Virginia Beach, Virginia, and working with a terrific group in Lou Duva, George Benton, and Ace Barada. Fortunately, he's in a heavyweight division where he'd be giving away 34 pounds or so. It's a really big daddy bow and probably 7 or 8 inches.
It's funny. He's almost from the old school. I mean, there's so many tall, big, powerful heavyweights today. The last short, effective heavyweight was Tyson. And people wondered if, when he gets out of jail, if he fights again, can he match up with these big guys?
Maybe Tua should drop 32 pounds and become a cruiser. Ooh, a crunching left hook by David Tua. I don't think he could lose that much weight, do you?
I don't think so.
Got a lot of weight in those legs, and they're big and they're strong.
The only thing you wish Tua could do if he could throw a little bit more.
Right.
But with that kind of power, that'll hold his own against most of the heavyweights today, because you can't teach a punch. You can't teach power.
Good point.
You could put on 30, 40 pounds, and if you could translate it into punching power, you and I would be in there, Bruce.
I'm not so sure.
It'd be ugly, though.
Give me the multi-million-dollar payday. 30 seconds to go in round 4. It's been David Tua's fight since the beginning. He has dominated, and he has put on a pretty good exhibition. We've seen some hooks. We've seen good jabs, solid right hands.
He's taking what Wainwright is giving him. When Wainwright blocks the head, he goes to the body, goes to the body, he goes to the head. But he's just moving around. I don't think Wainwright can figure out what punch is going to hit him with next. He just knows he's getting hit.
Final seconds of the 4th round.
Heck of a punch. Because Tua, we know he could do. He's 9-0 with 9 knockouts.
Round number 5 of the 6th round light heavyweight bout from Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada. David Tua in the white and gold trunks. Krishna Wainwright in the black trunks.
Sometimes the best thing that can happen to a young fighter who scores a lot of knockouts is to go 10 rounds with a guy you can't knock out, because you know you're winning the fight, but you're learning something. You knock everybody out. When you have to get into later rounds, later in your career, you haven't been there before, you may not be able to answer the bell. You get worried. What do I do now? I can't knock this guy out.
Every once in a while now, Wainwright is stopping and pausing, and that's where he's likely to get tagged.
It's the old adage, you can run, but you can't hide. As soon as he stops running, Tua's right there throwing punches.
Tua doing a little bit of smoking Joe Frazier with some bobbing and weaving.
Those body shots are making this Wainwright just suck wind. You can tell those punches get you after a while. If you get pounded on your ribs over and over and over, you're breathing as hard as you can. Tua can sense it, and he's going for the body more.
Wainwright continues to circle. He's not throwing any punches. And even Tua has slowed down a bit in this round.
You said Tua looks like smoking Joe Frazier. Well, let's see that left hook. That'll be the icing on the cake if he can land a good left hook.
He threw one early.
but not often.
Right. There's a right hand. And uppercut to follow. This guy's got a great combination. It starts with the right hand straight ahead, and then he goes uppercut. First time in the fight we've seen it.
I like his body shots. They're right on the ribs. I mean, this guy is going to feel these for the next couple of days.
Now Tua heating up again. A minute to go in the 5th.
He's just stalking Wainwright. Wainwright's legs are gone because of all the body shots in rounds 2 and 1 and 3. You have to look long term.
Well, that right hand was a definitive blow, and it backed up Wainwright. He's like an archer right now, with only bullseyes being thrown.
Tua goes to the head, and Wainwright anticipates it, tries to block the head, but then Tua goes downstairs again. Those hurt more than the headshot sometimes. Wainwright's a little wobbly right now.
Wainwright countering effectively for a moment, and that's it. Back comes Tua. Another thunderous right hand, followed by an uppercut. So that time he went right. Takes a heck of a punch with Wainwright. He's taking several right now as Tua bears down with another combination.
Wainwright has no punch at this point to keep Tua off him. He's just, everything is gone. The body shots have just pulled his arms down. He doesn't have the power to fight back, and he's like you said, target practice. He's got a bullseye painted on his head and his ribs.
So Tua looking to improve to 10-0. His last victory was in New York City over Rick Honeycutt, a knockout in the 2nd round in September. So many of the big markets getting an opportunity to see this guy.
And you're getting to see him learn, because a one-round knockout doesn't do him any good. Sure, it makes him 10-10 knockout, but this fight is worth more than 5 one-round knockouts.
I don't know, you think you could see him down the road as an opponent for a heavyweight champion or not?
He needs some more work. Down the road, yes, if he can learn to just move that head, because it's not a good sign that his face is a little red from a guy that doesn't punch that hard. Because the guys with the big punch in this division, you don't make their faces red, you knock them out.
He'll be 21 on 11/21, a little bit later this month.
He's got a good future, because as we know, the heavyweight division is not ripe with talent right now. He's that second echelon that's coming up, that's a ways away.
You know, there's a lot of second echelon.
That's true.
We're looking for the first echelon.
Well, these young guys are still being cultivated. They're not ready yet. The worst thing to do is to rush this guy like in a year from now against some Riddick Bowe. You ruin his career like that. Let him learn his craft. There's no hurry. Heavyweight champ's not going anywhere.
Tua continues to be busy. Pulverizing left hook. Inside of 40 seconds of the fight.
He's not missing much at all now. It's like pounding on a heavy bag in the gym. You just throw a punch, you hit it.
Amazing efficiency throughout this fight. He has thrown and he has landed. He has thrown and he has landed. It's been a repetition. Good straight right by Tua.
He keeps coming. He's not going anywhere.
Well, he snuck the right through the gloves of Wainwright, who is tiring. He's held on throughout. It would be a shame to see him go now. And that is it. And right to the very end, Tua working. Good performance. Real good performance. And a solid chin shown by Wainwright, who obviously was outclassed, but not in terms of heart.
Not at all. From that Evander Holyfield school of heart.
Well, we've looked at a lot of different punches throughout the fight, Tony. What are we going to see here?
I like his left hook, because as you talked about Joe Frazier, he has a right on the button left hook.
Right end of the fight now,
right before the bell, Tua just teed off. He didn't wait for the bell. He just kept throwing punches.
2, 3 quick ones right before the end.
lot of guys just would have stepped back and waited for the bell. He still had a job to do.
That's good focus. Yeah. Real good focus. Sometimes people will say, you know, you're being a little bit of a bully in a situation like that, and I don't think he was at all.
No, he knows when the bell rings, that's the end of the round. Until then, I got a job to do. Poor Mr. Wainwright, I don't think he'll be visiting any casino tables.
Here's Michael.
And ladies and gentlemen, here at Caesar's Palace, we go to the scorecards. Dave Moretti and Paul Smith both have the bout 60-54. Dalby Shirley scores it 60-53 for the winner by unanimous decision, still undefeated, David 2.